Hello one and all, and welcome back to more Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I am the Max of Few Trades. In the last part, we found an old man running about town with a big burlap sack that he stuffs people into and then runs away with. It's very distressing, I have to say. But then the person that we saw get kidnapped came back, didn't have a single memory of that entire event even happening in the first place. Very strange. My personal theory is pod people. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how outlandish of a universe the Professor Layton world is, necessarily. I don't know. It could have magic, it could have science fiction, it could have aliens. We don't have enough to go off of it. Maybe you do. Maybe you're a huge fan of the franchise and you think that is absurd, but I don't know yet. I have to play more and see. Anyway, this cat's probably gonna give me a puzzle. I don't know how. Or rather, I guess Layton's gonna see the cat and go, now that gives me a dilly of an idea for a puzzle. Well, if it isn't Claudia out and about. And that reminds me of a puzzle! Let's do it. I'm ready to be stumped. Let's do this thing. Alright, let's see. Let's see. This looks horrible already. I hate it here. There are 3 different colors of plush cats before you. Well, I do like that. The color of a cat denotes its weight. Examples 1 and 2 show their relative weights. Okay. So, 4 white cats is the same as 5 black cats. And 2 black cats and 1 white cat is 3 red cats? Oh, dear. You have 3 red cats and 4 black cats loaded onto one side of the scale. On the other side of the scale, there are 4 white cats and 1 black cat. Given this setup, will the scale tip left, tip right, or stay level? Tap your answer on the touch ed screen. I see. I see. I understand. I don't know if this is any good for me, but I get it. Well, actually, no. Shouldn't this be fairly simple? Hang on. So I mean... Yeah. I mean... If 4 white cats are the same as 5 black cats... Then... And, like, this is just all... I mean, it's basically all white cat. And this is 4. And then 3 of the... I mean, it's very, very likely I'm wrong, but my gut instinct here is that the left side is going to... Yeah, it's going to tip to the left, isn't it?
How does this sound?
Like... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that seemed pretty clear to me, actually, which is strange. But yeah, excellent. If you replace the red and white cats with black ones, the puzzle becomes much simpler. Well, I didn't do that. I was just going off of intuition, and it magically worked out. Once you make the replacement, you'll have 6 black cats to the right, and 6 black cats plus a white one on the left, thus the scale must tip to the left. Well, I guess, yeah, I guess that's a much more sensible way of going about it than just kind of, you know... eyeballing it. But I did, and it worked. I had a 33% chance of guessing it right anyway. Once you realize how you need to look at things, it's not a terribly difficult problem, now is it? It's all a matter of perspective. Anyway, now I no longer have to weigh cats. Huzzah! Anyway, I was distracted by cats. So, I need to talk to Jan Butler von Butlerstein, or Matthew, as I'm sure he likes to be called. Back so soon, Professor. Matthew, I was wondering if you knew anything that could point us in the direction of the Golden Apple. Anything you know would be a great help. For example, did the Baron say anything before he passed away? Well, oddly enough, what he really said was "Reeky-deeky-doo, the cow says moo." Nobody really knows what that meant, though. I'm so sorry to disappoint you, Professor, but the Master never said anything of the sort to me. Or ever. In fact, any time I was ever in his presence, he said, "Begone, foul wretch," and backhanded me into a chandelier. It was impressive as painful, as much as it was painful. I'd very much like to help you in your search, but my duties here prevent me from leaving the grounds. If only Ingrid was around to provide some assistance. I beg your pardon, sir. Ingrid? It's been years since she left, but Ingrid used to work as a servant in the mansion. She was Flora's nurse, and she often helped me with my work. Matthew! Yes, madam, I'll be right there. That lady don't seem like a particularly good lady, if I'm honest with you. But please excuse me, sir. The lady calls. If you're curious about Ingrid, why not pay her a visit and talk to her yourself? Let's see. This time of day, I'd imagine she's out walking around by the general store. I assume it is the old lady, and not just because Ingrid is, like, primo old lady name. You may as well name her Opal. I'm just saying. Please do me a favor and tell her that Matthew sends his regards. Oh, certainly. I'll be sure to pass on your message. Thank you for all your help, Matthew. Isn't Ingrid that sweet old lady we passed by before? Indeed. We also saw her in that picture of young Flora. Come, Luke, let's go find the old girl. I don't really think we should call her that. That's a little rude. I mean, it doesn't matter if she is or she isn't. Generally speaking, most people don't like to be called old. I'm just saying. Off we go, then. The general store is just outside the mansion, right? We'll be there in no time. Although I gotta say, getting in and out of that damn rowboat to cross the moat every single time you want to get out of here is a real pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like having to do that, but here we are, I suppose. Alright, oh, well, how about that? She's just chilling. But first, we gotta talk to Swaggerman. Man's constantly drunk at all times, can't stand up straight. Hey there, Professor, I bet you're here to solve my puzzle. I'm right, aren't I? Yeah, of course I'm right. Well, you certainly aren't left. The longest path. Oh, that is a lot of Piccarats. Oh, dear. Okay. Two boys are playing a game in which the goal is to take the longest route possible from point A to point B. Do these boys get bullied in school? Because that is a very terrible game. That is atrocious. Okay. As shown on the map below, the only rule is that no section of road can be traversed more than once. What course should they take in order to cover the longest distance possible between point A and B? Good question. Good question. All right, so we want to go as long as we possibly can without doubling up in any shape, way, or form. Okay. I'm thinking... I mean, you can only make so many turns, right? Does this add to it? It must add to it. Yeah, doing that has to add to it. No, okay, we just get to B. Is that the furthest you can go? I think so. If you go, like, all the way down and then like that. I guess you could theoretically go like that, and then like that, and then like that. And then maybe like that, and that, and that. But then you would just be making a straight line. And at that point, they're basically so long, I can't really tell you which one is longer. Well, I mean, if this is wrong, we can just try something else, right? I still don't actually know what the prize for having tons of Piccarats is. Yeah, no, that apparently was not it. All right, well.
I'm ashamed.
It was worth a shot. Give it another shot. As a general rule, you should try to cover as many of the roads as possible. In the example above, it appears the boy who walked the green path covered quite a bit of distance. However, as shown by the dotted lines, the roads this boy passed up on his way to point B add up to quite a distance. That is true. That is true. Alrighty, well, there's our first bot show today. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, I think I've got another idea. I think the problem that I was facing was that I was kind of losing out on a bunch of stuff. So what if instead of doing what I did, I do like this? There we go. I'm not 100% sure if that's everything I could do, but I think I'm on... I've crossed more road than I haven't. Like, that's got to at least be closer, I feel.
That should do it.
Eh, okay, there we go. Okay.
Puzzle solved.
Once again, I'm being punished for my gung-hoedness, and I must be a bit wiser. Nice work. Speaking of leisurely strolls, have you been outside today? If it's sunny, why not go for a nice walk? Ugh, I hate that idea. I hate sunny weather so much. Luckily, it's actually pretty dreary out. Well, I mean, it's 3 in the morning, so I can't go outside right now. It's, you know, there are probably people with knives just waiting to shank. I ain't about that. But, you know, once the sun is up, yeah, you know, if it's cloudy and overcast, then I could probably do that. Bang up job there, Professor. Even that puzzle didn't faze you, huh? Well, I mean, technically it fazed me twice, but sure. Cause, of course not. You're a pro. Yeah, you're a real piece of work, Professor. You know that. Of course you do. You're a scholar. Thank you for the painting scrap. How many painting scraps do I have at this point? I imagine it's pretty substantial, honestly. Hang on. Let me take a quick look at the painting. It ain't all of them, but I mean, it's a good chunk. It's a good chunk. What about my gizmos? Nah, a singular extra gizmo. Ah, there's the rest of its head. Now it's a little more sleepy-eyed. Okay. So I think all it's missing now is an ear and a leg. Which technically you do not need in order to function. You don't need both of your ears. There's like a painter guy or something that proved that. He was like, nah, I'm done with art. I want to do some science. Do I need both ears? Yank them off. And then boom, that turns out, nah, you don't. Granted, kind of wish I didn't do it, but I don't need it. Anyway, what up, old lady? Oh wait, I just chastised people on calling someone old. Damn. I guess it's just that easy to fall into. Oh, goodness me. If it isn't Mr. Layabout, was it? Close enough. The name's Layton, madam. Oh, that's right, Mr. Layton. What can I do for you, sir? I'm actually a professor. I did not get my teaching degree to be called Mr. Do remember that. Earlier we were talking with the butler at Reinhold Manor, and he mentioned you used to work there. We'd very much like to hear anything you might know about the Baron. Oh, heavens me, you want to hear about the Baron? I'm afraid the only stories I have are from when I worked at the manor, and that was ages ago. I don't know, the photo looked pretty, I mean, I guess not recent, but, you know, not that long ago. That would be ideal, madam. Would you mind telling us one? Oh, all right, I suppose I could tell you a bit about the Baron and his former wife, if you solve this puzzle! Oh, wait, no. The way Master Reinhold and his wife would carry on, they almost seemed to be like children. You'd never seen a man so in love as Master Reinhold was. When she passed away, Flora was all the Baron had to remember her by. So he raised that little girl with all the love a child could want. The things he'd bring home for her, toys from all over the world and teddy bears as big as yourself. Yo, that sounds pretty fantastic. He was in high spirits in those days. He really wanted to give her 2 parents' worth of affection. Oh, so where has Flora gone? Your guess is as good as mine, sir. I have no clue where that girl went. She left the mansion well after I stopped working for the Reinholds. Some say Lady Dahlia put Flora on the street to keep the family riches to herself, but that's nonsense. Is it? After all, that Baron cared about Flora so much. I can't imagine that he'd allow something like that. You know, you just reminded me of a puzzle! The grave of the Baron's late wife is located to the manor garden. I wonder who takes care of it now. Oh, okay. The Baron's former wife is buried in the garden. Thank you, madam. You've been extremely helpful. Luke, get your shovel. It's time to grave rob. Let's head back to the manor. I have a hunch that the grave might hold the clue we've been looking for. That's a rather interesting belief, but sure, let's go with it. Whoa! That man do be wandering about. What's going down? Why you wandering? Because of a puzzle? Oh, look, it's Matthew. Good day, Professor. Were you able to track down Ingrid? Yeah, it was very easy. Yes, we did. In fact, we were just speaking with her. I mean, no disrespect, but she said the grave of the Baron's late wife lies on these grounds. Do you have any knowledge of this? Lady Violet's grave, sir. I was just about to visit myself. Well, ain't that just a co-winky-dinky-doo? Would you mind if we came along to take a look? Not in the slightest. Right this way. You know, just be careful. That's not a grave, that's a crypt! Here's the entrance, sirs. Why? That entrance? Is she entombed? Is she embalmed? Heck's going on in there? Please watch your step on the way in. That's a lavish grave. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, you know what? I really shouldn't be judging. If I was an extraordinarily rich person, and I outlived my significant other, I can't say that I wouldn't do basically the exact same thing. Get a statue of them, mark it, covered it, you know, all over with beautiful flowers, preferably probably the ones that she likes the most. Yeah, okay, I can see the tragic beauty of that. This is Lady Violet's grave. Gosh, this place is really nice. It's not creepy at all. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic, but I don't pick up on any creepiness, so I think you're being sincere. The late Baron, rest his soul, told me to keep this place in proper order, and I have tried to do so. Here sleeps Violet, my one true love. Wow. Get wrecked, second wife. The statue looks so much like Lady Dahlia, it's hard to believe it's someone else. Back when Flora was just a tiny little thing, Lady Violet used to take her to the park in town. Some of the flowers in the garden grew from the ones Flora planted here for her mother. Hey, there you go, that's just lovely. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the Baron's journal. It should still be on the desk in Madame's room. It's possible that it might contain some information that could aid your search for the golden apple. My thanks, Matthew. I'll be sure to give it a once-over later. But right now, I wish to, just kind of stare at the statue for a while. Now then, Luke. Oh, never mind. We'd best head back to Reinhold Manor. We can't much grave rob when there's a witness. I don't know why I take almost every advantage possible to make Layton seem ever so slightly unnerving. I don't know why I keep doing that. He has done nothing to warrant it. Anywho, I'll just sneak about. Let's see. So there's a journal somewhere around here. Whoa, hang on. I'd better make sure I don't knock that over, or I'm gonna look over. What a lovely face. Let's see. We got a journal over here. Does it remind you of a puzzle? It's been so long since our last puzzle. It's just waiting around the corner to jump scare me. This must be the journal that Matthew spoke of. I have to admit, he seems to know where everything in the manor is. He's the butler, I would kinda hope. There's something about reading someone else's journal that just doesn't seem proper to me. Well, no, but he's dead, so... However, the investigation must continue, so... What horrifyingly distressing secrets are you hiding in these pages? The craftsmanship of it is simply remarkable. It reminds me of my sweet Violet when she was alive. Now there's a lady who was built proper, I guess. What do you suppose it refers to? Ugh. Flora doesn't like the thing at all. I've seen her run away from it on multiple occasions. Recently, she spends more time playing by dear Violet's grave than anywhere else. I'm sad to say I doubt Flora will ever take it to it. I can't blame her, as I've changed its memory. Eh? I felt terrible forcing that change on Flora, but I just couldn't bear to see it like that anymore. Violet, there can never be another you. You are my first, my last, and my only. Changed its memory? I'm not sure what the Baron means by that, but this is clearly vital information here. I collapsed some days ago and have been bedridden ever since. I feel as if I have failed Flora as a father. I can only hope that when I am gone, the people of the village look after Flora and care for her as I did. He must have been terribly ill. It seems I am not long for this world, and the time has come for me to say goodbye to my little Flora. You know what I'm noticing distinctly? The complete and utter lack of mention of a second wife whatsoever. If anything, his journal makes it seem like the idea of a second wife is laughable to the man. Built a statue of his dead wife. Why on earth would he ever remarry? Even if it was somebody that looked almost identical, you know? Interesting. I've left everything in Bruno's care now. Bruno? Flora, I pray you find happiness in this life. I've disclosed the location of the secret place in a note that I've left with an old friend. It is my most fervent hope that the seeker of the golden apple finds it and grants my dearest wish. Fascinating. Professor! Baron Reinhold's old friend. We must seek out this person, Luke, and we will shake them down. By the shoulders, by the ankles if we have to, over a bridge even. But Professor, how can we possibly find that person with nothing but this journal to go on? Haha, it's like I always say, Luke. Any good investigation starts on the street. Professor, I don't think I've ever heard you say that. Shut up, Luke. We'll just have to ask everyone in town about the matter. While wearing a salmon suit? I mean, of course. You're absolutely right, Professor. Let's get to it. Oh, Lord. Starting to regret this internship. Of course, any good investigation also needs direction. Let's start out by asking Ingrid a few questions. She seems to know a great deal about Baron Reinhold. Yeah, I mean, talked specifically to somebody who knew the guy at least. Ah, Jeebus. There was nobody here, and now there's many peoples here. And I bet you bottom dollar there's gonna probably be a puzzle somewhere in here. What's up, Mr. Man? You got a puzzle for me, Gordon? You had a puzzle for me last time. Did it, help you get a wife? No, Professor, you simply have to help me. I've got another puzzle in my hands I just can't solve. As a man of the world, you know there's nothing women find more alluring than competence. I mean, kindness and dignity are... I think those are pretty high up there. I don't know if being sure, being competent is a good thing. Oh, of course. But I don't know if it's the #1 thing that all women look for. I don't think. Then again, maybe I don't know women. I don't know. I'm counting on you, sir. Don't do me to eternal bachelordom. Don't put that on me. It's not my fault you're utterly dateless. Alright. Oh boy, what's this all about? The cross shape on the pin board below has 9 pins inside it and 16 outside it. You mean like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay, that is what you mean. Okay. Remember that example because now it's your turn to construct a shape on the board. Can you create a cross that has 17 pins inside it and 16 outside it? Feel free to make your cross any size you like. 16 on the outside. Okay. Well, it says make your cross any size you like, but clearly something smaller isn't gonna work. 17 pins inside. Okay, well, let's look at it as logically as we can, I guess. We can't shrink it, but by that exact same breath, it's not like we can, embiggen it. So that's not a thing. Maybe... turn it? Let's give it a try and see what it looks like, at least. Okay. Like so. Oh, sure. 16 outside of it. That is a lot. This doesn't really look like it's a cross, though, now is it? I don't think this is a cross at all. This is something else. Yeah, no, I don't feel correct about this at all, but I guess for the sake of it, let's just do that. Okay, so how many do we have on what now exactly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? But 16 on the outside? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6. Oh. Unless I just miscounted. Did I do it?
That should do it.
I must have miscounted. No, apparently I didn't. Okay. That was just my first idea, but alright. I seem rather content. That's right. This puzzle is a cinch once you figure out that the cross needs to be placed diagonally on the board. Well, what other way could you possibly put it on the board? Sometimes the only thing you really need to solve a puzzle is a little creative thinking. I like to think I'm mildly creative. Thanks, old boy. With this puzzle solved, I feel I've drawn one step closer to the altar. That is so weird, dude. Anyway, wall clock! I wonder how many puzzles I've missed so far. Anyway, what about you? You got yourself some sort of obnoxious puzzle you want me to do? Ah, Mr. Layton, you have some skill at solving puzzles, yes? I like to think I've managed it. I feel like I've done better on more than I've done bad on some, right? I think my record's okay. I once cracked a case by solving a puzzle left behind on a note I found hidden at the crime scene. Let's see how you fare against it. Okay, sure. Let's see, this puzzle is worth all manner of picarats. Alright, what do we got? Ooh. A detective who was mere days from cracking an international smuggling ring has suddenly gone missing. While inspecting his last known location, you find a note. The note appears to be nothing more than a series of numbers, but your gut instinct tells you that this note will reveal the name of the crime kingpin. Currently, there are 3 suspects in the case: Bill, John, and Todd. Can you break the detective's code and find the criminal's name? You know, maybe it's baseless, but you know what my first immediate instinct upon seeing this was? Leon. So you know what? Hang on. Let me flip my head upside down for a second here. Bill is boss. He sells oil. All right, yeah, that was totally what it was. Yeah, nah, man, it's it's Bill. Bill done did it.
That should do it.
Not much of a secret code when somebody could just accidentally, I don't know, flip the paper around. It's like, oh, damn, these are actually letters. Turns out this dude just wrote letters real weird. Not bad, though. Thank you, Leon. Your memory lives on. Not in the most dignified of ways, but it does. If you flip the note upside down, you'll notice that the numbers resemble letters, and the letters form legible sentences. The message record: Bill is boss. He sells oil. Yeah, well, now he's in prison. Allegedly. Impressive, Mr. Layton. Seems the rumors touting your skill weren't totally unfounded. But don't go getting any ideas. Do the smart thing and leave the detective work to me. In the meantime, you can occupy yourself by searching for the golden apple. What does it look like I'm doing? More painting scraps. Yo, thank you. My main goal, at the moment, is to solve enough puzzles that when I have to go back to Lady Riddleton, or whatever her name was, it doesn't fill the entire room. But, you know, we'll see. What about you? How do you feel about puzzles? Have you given me one before? Oh, Professor, how fortunate that you're here at a time like this. I have a favor to ask of you. Oh, please, madam, ask away. I'm happy to come to your aid in any way I can. Thank you, Professor. Could you solve this puzzle for me? No, I'm not feeling up to the challenge. It won't solve itself. Yeah, well, what if I'm not feeling up for it? What about my feelings? All right, let's see. What's this? The father and son are having a conversation. The father turns to the son and says, "You know, son, there was a time when your old man was twice the age of your mother. Of course, the next year, I was only 1.5 times her age. But still, that's pretty amazing, eh? If the father is 44 years old, how old is the mother?" Okay, hang on. Let me read that again, just to be sure here. There was a time when I was twice the age of your mother. Of course, the next year, I was only 1.5 times her age. But still, that's pretty amazing, right? If the father is 44 years old, how old is the mother? This feels... Okay, well, I mean, I guess it is a 20 coin one, so it's not meant to be that hard. But this feels deceptive. All right, well, I mean, it's pretty simple, I actually think. Because there was a time when when was he twice the age of the mother? When he was 2 and she was 1. So, I mean, like, yeah. And then the next year, yeah, 1.5 would be 2, 3, and 2, right? I think. So then the mom would have to be 43. Yeah?
There we go.
There you go. Okay, cool.
Another puzzle solved.
Is it just me, or have the puzzles started luring me into a false sense of security? That's right. The mother was 43 years old. When the boy's father was 2 years old, his mother was 1. The next year, he turned 3 and she turned 2. When you realize this is the only combination of ages that yield the ratios mentioned in the problem, everything starts to make sense. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Oh, what a relief. I can finally stop thinking about that silly puzzle. You have my thanks. Ooh, a splendid painting. I'm giving everything to Layton. I can't help but notice. All right, tell you what. I want to take a quick look-see-loo at the inn, just for a moment. How you feeling today, Mr. Layton? Let's see. Getting there, I suppose. Well, it's better, but okay. I think you need a bookcase for the books. Yeah, wonderful. I think I'll just slip those books in there. There you go. Okay. So now what? I'm gonna guess... Oh. It's interesting. He laughs and seems to sort of enjoy it, but I guess Layton likes the bear more. Interesting, that. Alright. Just... It's a bit square for my taste, but I suppose it will do. Nothing I do seems to be making Luke any happier. This could come in handy. One should always watch the time. Interesting. I guess this painting is nice, but what the hell do I freaking know? What brushwork! The room is complete without a little art! Fascinating. Alright, well, clearly we still don't have everything, so there's not much point in even trying. Alright, let's back it up. I believe, we were gonna go and talk to Ingrid! What you doing chilling outside the manor all howdy-doody style? Oh, look who it is. Professor Layton, was it? The name's Layton, madam. Come on now. Oh, that's right. Professor Layton. Thank you. You didn't call me mister this time. She's remembering the important parts. All that talking about the mansion we did last time got me reminiscing, so I decided to stop by for a visit. But enough about me. By the look on your face, it seems that you have something you want to ask me. As a matter of fact, I do. Do you happen to know who Baron Reinhold considered his close friends? His friends, you say? Well, last I remembered, he was a very, very uncared-for person. Didn't have a friend to his name. Well, wasn't exactly what you'd call a social butterfly. I'm sorry, that's really all I knew of his friends. Oh, wait a moment. I do believe I saw that Zapone fellow pay a visit to the mansion a few times. Professor, could she be referring to that man we met? Could you guys give me a reminder on who Zapone was? I remember the name, but I can't put it to a face. I can remember the faces, but I can't put a name to any of them. Ah, yes, that gentleman with the fancy little Thank you, Layton. We should ask if he knows anything. I would wager he's still hanging around the fork in the road just beyond the clock tower. So you just freaking know that somebody is going to be standing in front of that thing saying, nah, you don't get to go. Not today. Oh, no, actually, he's just straight up chilling. All right, well, we may as well talk to this guy first, see if he's got a puzzle. Nothing good can be said about that tower. I heard it's all sorts of scary. You should stay away, yup. No puzzle from this man. All right. The sleepy man. Oh, what about you, little girl? Do you have no puzzle? Good afternoon, mister. I'll tell you a secret if you solve this puzzle for me. It's about a girl who's about to have her birthday. Oh, boy. Is the answer it's you? You're the birthday ghost? 60? I've never seen it do that. Uh-oh. That's concerning. Okay. When asked about her birthday, a young woman gives the following information. The day after tomorrow, I turned 22. But I was still 19 on New Year's Day last year. When is her birthday? Interesting. I do like her hair drillies. Those are nice. Those are cute. 19 on New Year's Day. Oh, wait, no, hang on. Okay, hang on. So she's gonna be 22. But New Year's Day, last year, she was 19. So then, how do I go about inputting this? Then, let me go back, let me look it over. Okay. On New Year's Day, she hadn't become 20. So then she would have had to have done so then. I believe that means her birthday would have to be January 2nd. That's... yeah, the 17th month. That's a thing. God. There. Is that
should do
more or less thereabouts? Yeah. Okay.
Puzzle has an answer.
Why was that 60? I've had 40 pick-a-rat puzzles that have made me just sit here for like 15 minutes. That's right. Her birthday is January 2nd, and your conversation with her must have taken place on December 31st. As you can see on the chart above, the woman was 19 on New Year's Day last year, and she turned 20 the next day. This year, she turned 21, and in 2 days after the New Year's starts, she turns 22. Yeah, all makes sense to me. Wow, you're smart. wouldn't say that. Okay, come close so I can tell you my secret. I heard that all the people who get kidnapped feel a little sick right before they get taken. I bet the monster that lives up in the tower feeds its victims super gross food before it pounces. Oh, I bet it's like hamburger ice cream with butterscotch and mayonnaise swirl. Damn, girl, you paint a vivid, nasty image. Ew. Or maybe he just picks the weakest of the bunch to snatch. I just don't get why he needs all those people. How else will he make his collage, oh man? Man collage. Anyway, am I about to get a third puzzle out of this cat and mouse? The cat and mouse seem to get along pretty well, don't they? I mean, yeah, he's been pawing at it for like, I don't know, at least a good solid 24 hours at this point, and so far, yeah, they aren't dead yet. Do you think so, Luke? I would have guessed the cat was tormenting the poor mouse. I mean, yeah, cats do like to play with their food, but not for this long. But if you say the two of them are friendly, I believe you. Of course, it has to do with animals. Leave it to me. By the way, Professor, have you heard this one before? Yo! Luke throwing down the gauntlet to the professor? Oh god, that's a lot. Okay, well. What does this have to do with mice or cats? According to this diagram shown here, A equals 2, B equals 3, C equals 3, and D equals 4. So what does E equal? Well, I have it on pretty good authority that it's MC squared, but assuming that's not the answer. Okay. If A is 2, C is 3, no, B is 3, C, oh no, B and C are 3. They're both 3, so it's not escalating. I mean, that'd be a very, like, oh, well, if it's 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, but no, that's not what it is. Okay. I guess the first course of action would be to figure out what exactly it is I'm even looking at here. It's like some kind of art, I guess. Okay. What do they mean? The letters don't look like the letters inside of the thing, so it's not like this is A-shaped, so there's an A on it or anything. Okay. Wumstiv, woodative, wunstabived. I'm just experimenting with something. Yeah, actually. Okay. Assuming my theory is correct. I mean, that's about as good an idea as I'm gonna get without using a hint coin, I would imagine. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Eh, these things happen. Yeah, I think the amount of, I guess, non-crossed lines. I mean, they all, it's a hell of a coinky dinky if not. So, yeah, toss out that 5. 5.
That should do it.
Always go with a number 5. Yeah, there you go.
Critical thinking is the key to
Yeah, 1835. I'm sure something interesting happened in that year. Well done. The numbers assigned to each letter refers to the number of sections that are touching the labeled section. Nice. Okay. So far, things have been going too well. Gosh, I was so sure I'd come up with a really good puzzle, but it was still too easy, I guess. I mean, I can't say that it... I mean, I don't know if I can say it was easy, but I also can't say it was hard. I'm not really a good source for this sort of thing. Anyway, hello. Close friends of the Baron. It's true, I had the pleasure of meeting Baron Reinhold a few times, but I wouldn't say we're friends, more business associates. Mr. Zapone, you didn't happen to be good friends with the Baron, did you? Me? Ha 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 ha. Oh no, I was nothing of the sort. In fact, the man hated me, always punched me right in the face whenever we talked. Can you think of anyone at all who was close to Baron Reinhold? No, I didn't really know him. Well, there was that one possibility. Ah, no, wait, never mind, I'm not sure. Hey, anything is better than nothing. Oh, never mind, he's not going to tell me anything at all. I guess Zapone can't really tell us much of anything. Yes, that's right, Luke. We should start punching him in the face. Yes, I'm afraid he was no help at all. I suppose that means we're back where we started. This was all entirely pointless. But at least we can be sure that the close friend we're after is a resident of St. Mystery. We mustn't give up, Luke. Let's continue to ask around. But now I don't really have much of anything to go off of anywhere, now do I? Can I go into the cafe at least? I mean, I can, but apparently nobody's here. You should really lock up your place. Hang on. Let me back it up. Let me back it up. Let me back it up. And then let's check the restaurant. That's where I want to go. After, okay, are you just gonna, are you laughing at Tomato Ernie again? Is that what you're doing? Who are you looking for this time? Want to rest for a minute and solve this puzzle? Okay. If I have to. Alright, ooh my, what is this? 2 corporations have put out help wanted ads. Aside from the information below, the 2 companies' offers are exactly the same. From a purely financial standpoint, which one should you work for? Company A will pay you $100,000 a year and give you a $20,000 raise yearly. Company B will pay you $50,000 every 6 months and give you a $5,000 raise every 6 months. It's B. It's B. Company A pays you $100,000 a year, and Company B pays you $5,000 every 6 months, $50,000 every 6 months. So that adds up to $100,000 a year. And sure, the first one gives you $20,000 every year, but a $5,000 boost every 6 months is eventually going to surpass $20,000 a year. Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, right? I mean, it's gonna take a little while. You're not gonna have the exact amount of, as much money short term, but if you stick with it long enough, you should vastly surpass it. Yeah. Nice one. As seen in the image above, if you actually calculate things out, you'll see that the salary for Company B will always be $5,000 higher than the corresponding salary of Company A. Yeah. It takes a little bit, but you get there. Oh, you did it. Okay, I guess I should give you some info as a reward. You know Lady Dahlia, right? She's planning to keep the fortune to herself once it's found. And you've been helping her all along. Don't you feel so dumb? Man, what a jerk. Ooh, a houseplant. Alright, send that to Luke. He seems like the kind of nerd who likes nature and crap. Alright, what about old Angry Ernie over here? This man needs a nap, so he can feel great. Whew, man, that's such a deep-cut reference. Oh, this time I've really had it! I thought up this great puzzle, but I couldn't find anyone to tell it to! Well, I guess you're gonna be telling it to me, aren't ya, buddy? What is it this time? Okay. You have at your disposal a large number of tiles like the one shown below. If you were to take these tiles and try to make a square, what is the fewest numbers of tiles you'd need? Is that a trick question? It's already a square. It is quite literally a square. Oh, I guess it is only 20 coins. I guess maybe it's just trying to throw me off with a bunch of different numbers or whatever. Okay. That's a very weird question. And apparently I'm wrong. Is it not a square?
I'm ashamed.
That's not the answer. Try approaching the puzzle from a different angle and see where that takes you. Huh? I ain't a smart man, but I know shapes, and that, good sir, is absolutely a square. I guess it's not... I guess if it's 10 by 12, it's a very slight rectangle? So you're asking me how many tiles I need to turn a rectangle into a square? What? What does that even mean? Okay. Is it talking about a cube? Is that what I'm being asked? Because, I mean, it's always gonna be like, differently sized, so you can't just, like, place a bunch of tiles all over the wall or whatever. They're still gonna just be what they are. But if you're saying, like, you want to make a cube out of square, but I mean, that's three-dimensional space. That's not a square, that's a cube. But if that is what it's talking about, then... I mean, I guess it did say a different perspective, right? So I guess the 3D perspective. I still think it should say, if you want to make a cube out of these tiles, then you should... But why would he want to make a cube? Why would he want that? What's the point of making a cube out of the tiles? I have nothing. I got no better ideas, so sure, why not? If you want something cube-shaped, and it's like that, and you know, just kind of... If you lift it up, and it's standing up, and that's 10, and it's I mean, it is giving me this, so that has to mean something. And if that's the case, then you would need 20, I would say, in order to make a cube. Do you want to make a cube? Was that what you meant to ask me this whole time? Yep, yeah, it was. Okay. All right, then.
Puzzle has an answer.
All right, 1882. Yeah, no, guys, that's a cube. Okay. The key to this problem is realizing that the tiles have depth to them. Once you understand that, you have a third dimension to work with. The rest should fall into place. That's weird. That's very strange wording, I feel, but fair enough. Oh, come on! I was all ready to tell you the answer and everything. But no, you had to go and ruin it by answering it before I said it was okay, didn't you? Didn't you? Have you considered the strong possibility that you might be a jerk? I don't know, have you ever considered the exact same thing? I'ma be real. Anywho, what about you nerds? Any gossip fly through while we were gone? Hey, you two. You guys like chess, right? How about it? Want to sit down for a game? Chess. I mean, I guess technically that's a puzzle. Sure. In chess, the queen can move the full length of the board diagonally, vertically, and horizontally. See if you can place 4 queens on this 4x4 chessboard. There's a catch, though. You must arrange the pieces so that no queen blocks another's line of movement. Okay. Then, if that's so... Like, okay, I'll put this here. It can go there, it can go there, and it can go there. So, a queen can't be anywhere other than that. And if that's the case, then... Yep, it can go that way, it can go that way, and it can go that way, and everything is fine. And if that's the case, then... Go that way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. It's doing just fine. Wait, hang on. Diagonally, vertically, and horizontally. Yeah, okay. Wait, no, because now this is getting... Okay, no, because now it's getting blocked. But now this is getting... Now it can't go diagonally. Huh. I see. I see how this is a puzzle indeed. Okay. I need to find places for each and every single one of these where none of them bump into each other in any way. That is interesting. Okay. Okay, so it can go that way and not get touched, that way not get touched, that way not get touched. It can go that way, it's all good. This one's good. This one can go up, it can go left, it can go down, it can go diagonal, it's fine. It can go up, to the right, it can go down, it can go diagonal, it's good. Then... Up, Bah, 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 bah. Yeah. Yeah. That looks good.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, there we go. It was really just kind of following it with your finger a whole bunch, and, you know, eventually it works out. Nicely played. Chess queen problems like this one have been around for over a century. Chess is a very old game. This is a relatively simple variation of this type of puzzle. Consider it an introduction to the genre. Oh, that sounds like you're going to be making me do it even more, though. That's unnecessary. Very nice. You two are no amateurs, I see. Don't worry. Next time I'll have an even harder puzzle for you. Ah, it's a chair. Give that to Luke. There you are. He didn't like the stool, so there you are. What about you, Crouton? Of course I remember Crouton's name. You don't forget a name like Crouton. Good day, fellows. Did you ever track down Ramen? Yes, indeed we did. He was in a bag. Thank you for your assistance in the matter. Oh, good to hear. Well, since you're here already, why not take a load off and rest for a bit? What's this? Oh my, where did I put that measuring cup? Oh dear God, why did I'm gonna have to do this puzzle either way, but okay. Here we go. Is something the matter? I have 16 quarts of water that I want to divide into equal portions of 8 quarts apiece. The problem is my measuring cup seems to have grown feet. Is there a radiation leak? Can you think of a way you could use these 7 and 9 quart pitchers to divide things up? You better believe I'm about to brute force. Oh, 60. I am gonna have to brute force the hell out of this. All right, using nothing but these 3 pitchers, can you divide the water evenly so that the 16 and 9 quart pitchers are each holding exactly 8? By Jove, I can make an attempt. Who knows how long it's ultimately going to take? A few days? Maybe. Here we go. Oh! 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 Oh!
Success.
Ah, 1962! Wonderful! If you shift the water back and forth long enough, you'll eventually... Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I kept almost getting it, but not quite getting it, so I ended up messing it up and having to start over. Yeah, no, just fiddle with it enough. Brute force your way through all puzzles. Ah, genius! Now that you've done it for me, it all makes sense. I wish I had someone like you in the kitchen. Well, you don't. How about you buy a second measuring cup? Oh, I meant to mention this earlier. I've heard a rumor that the kidnapper lives in that tower. You know, I've never heard anyone say anything good about that tower. Make sure you keep clear of it, okay? Noted. Ooh, a flower bouquet? And we'll send that to the Layton. You know he's sending it to the Layton man. All right, so... Yeah, my whole goal was to ask about town, right? I mean, I sure as all heck have been asking about town. Still locked shut. Just when will this place open? I wouldn't get your hopes up. The gate's covered in dust. I don't think anyone's been here for a long time. Ain't that just the way? What a dump! Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. All right, so I've talked to them. There are 2 doors here. Who the hell are you? How long have you been a thing that exists? Since you've come to the town hall, I strongly advise you to follow town procedure and solve this puzzle. Oh my God, it is always with the puzzles with these people. Okay, oh no, equations? Oh, great. Oh my, it looks like someone has been writing nonsense on the blackboard again. It turns out, though, that under certain conditions, these strange equations are actually correct. 8 minus 6 equals 2. That it do. 8 plus 6 also equals 2. That much is not true. Assuming the above... Okay, but if both are true, then what the heck are we trying to do ourselves here? Okay, well, 7 plus 6 is traditionally 13, right? Am I screwing up basic addition again? I probably am. Yeah, no, it's 13. Okay. But apparently that wouldn't be the case, so what would it be? It would be 3? Because, I mean, 8 and 6 is supposed to be... Oh, wait, no. 8 and 6. That's 14. Okay, so it's supposed to be 14, but it's not, so why isn't it? What possible reason would a 14 be a 2? I figure that's probably the question that would need to be answered. What would make a number get screwy? Outside of mathematics, maybe. Thinky, thinky, think it through. Thinky, thinky, think it through. Maybe get herself a hint or two so I can have a thread to pull on. At first, it might look like whoever wrote this on the board was just terrible at math. Like me. But the truth is that just about everyone does calculations like these. Heck, you probably do it just about every day. I squint incredulously at the screen. What kind of math do I... Okay, fine. Let's look at it that way. What kind of math do I do every single day? Or nearly every... What was your exact verbiage? No, just show me what it was. You probably do it just about every day. What kind of math do I do just about every day? Can't come from cooking. You don't need to cook every day. I mean, you could go your whole life without cooking a single time if you want. Has nothing to do with the arts. Certainly nothing to do with video games. What's something I do every day that requires any kind of math whatsoever? Even simple ass math. What does that? Math I do every day. Time? You know, like, it's 5 o'clock plus 2 hours makes it 7 o'clock. Well, if that's the case, 8 and 6 is 14 would be... Oh, hold up. Yeah, no. 8 o'clock plus 6 hours. That would reach 12, and then it would go 1, 2. So then 7 plus 6 would be 1. If I'm on to anything here.
Luke, here's my answer.
Hey! Okay!
Another puzzle solved.
1992! That's a year off from my birth date, or my birth year. You are correct! Yeah, there you go! This puzzle is using time as a framework for the calculation. If you take 6 hours away from 8 a.m., then it becomes 2 a.m. You can, of course, reverse a.m. and p.m. and still find... Yeah, the a.m.s and p.m.s are entirely unnecessary. Thank you. That will do nicely. Now please get the hell out. Okay. Well, that was a grand amount of nothing whatsoever. Do you have, any hint coins for me? Because I've spent a couple. And it'd be pretty cool if I could. Those are framed forms on the wall. What a loon. It's just forms and pens as far as the eye can see. I'm so bored. Alright, well, I guess this guy just sucks. Where else can I go? Oh, inn lady. The lady at the inn. And, Skrugenbragen. Horskenvader, Hassenpfeffer, Stashen. There he is. Yeah. If you really want to understand St. Mystery, you'll need to search the village thoroughly. Good luck, fellows, you'll need it. Oh, no puzzles from Skrugenbragen? Alright, fair enough. This door doesn't look like it's going to open anytime soon. Boy, howdy. I think I smell bread baking back there. Alright, so there is no inn lady. Can I just leave? No. I mean, I remember that the bridge thing is still a thing, but I don't know, it was worth a shot. Maybe there was somebody standing around. Like, what happened to that one dude with the, you know, who's looking for the crank? You know? Alright, tell you what. Let's just march forward. Anybody inside yet? No! The answer is a resounding no. Alright, what about in here? What's this? What are you hiding from me, old man? Professor, there's something on the ground. Ah, you're right. It appears to be a scrap of paper. Will you check it if anything's written on it? You know I can't read. Sure thing. Let's see here. The boss complimented my latest model today. He's a good guy, and he's given me a new sense of purpose. I'm sure this is my true calling. I want to perfect my skills so I can repay the man for his generosity. This sounds like a great deal like a journal entry, doesn't it? Judging by how the writer uses the term, "the boss," I imagine he was under the employ of the Baron. I've constructed models to fit every situation, just like the boss asked me to. I gotta smile when I see how interested he is in them. That's the end of the entry. Do you suppose this person made some sort of models for a living? Well, that would be the logical deduction. What about you? Are you the Baron's best friend? You and your dumb sweater? Not being a member of high society myself, I've never so much as had a conversation with Baron Reinhold. Now, Sonny, much as I'd like to keep chatting, I'm awfully tired. I think I need to go lie down. Mood. Are you feeling unwell, sir? I'm just plumb exhausted lately. It's that awful noise coming from the tower, you see. But people feel bad, and then they get stuffed in a bag. It's gotten so loud I can't sleep a wink at night. Do you know what's causing the noise? It's just a rumor, but I hear that every time the sound rips through St. Mystery, someone disappears. They say the ones who go missing are people who have been talking about feeling tired. But those who didn't even register on you there? Alright. But those who disappeared are back before you know it, so it's probably a load of poppycock. Whenever the noise sounds, someone disappears. Interesting. Do you think the peculiar sound has anything to do with the strange old man who abducted Ramen? It's certainly a possibility, isn't it? But why would he release his victims after going through the trouble of kidnapping them, unless he's replaced them with a pod person? Now that's the real question. What about you, Baron Bon Eats a Lot? Yo, Professor, did you find what you were after? Never mind that, though. I've got something more important to talk about, namely chocolate. Help me solve this puzzle, and I'll tell you something I bet you'll find very interesting. Okay. Chocolate puzzle. You have a I'm hankering for a hunk of cheese. You have a hankering for chocolate, so you buy a huge sheet of 30 chocolate squares. The sheet is 5 squares long by 6 squares wide. You can only break the chocolate at the lines at the run between squares, and you aren't allowed to stack multiple segments on top of each other. Keeping those rules in mind, what is the fewest number of times you'll need to break the chocolate in order to separate each of the 30 chocolate squares? T 29. Yeah. I mean, if you're just gonna snap them all off, I mean, if the end result is getting every single chocolate square to be individualized, then there's no, like, fancy method or anything, because you can't, like, put one piece on top of the other and snap both in half, so that, it said that you can't. So then, yeah, you'd break it 29 times to get 30 pieces. Yeah, right? Like, right?
There we go.
correct. Yeah. Okay.
Every
I'm not
puzzle
sure what the
has an
trick was
answer.
supposed to be. 2022? Huh, it's only 3 years ago. That's right. If you follow the rules set out in the puzzle, then it really doesn't matter how you break up the chocolate. The number yeah. Yeah, you start with 1 segment of chocolate, so 29 breaks later, you got 30 segments. What was the... I feel like I was meant to be tricked, but I'm not sure how. Was I supposed to be tricked into thinking there would be 30 breaks? Now it makes sense. Okay, now about that hot info I promised. If you want to experience the best dining in St. Mystery, you've got to check out Crouton's restaurant. Everything he makes is yummy. Don't even get me started on the stews. You have to try it yourself. Ooh, a world map. That sounds like the kind of thing a nerd like Layton wants. Alright, well that was utterly pointless. That's accomplished jack all nothing about anything. Alright, marching forward. And, uh-oh. I think I accidentally clicked the margin. There we go. Whoopsie, don't worry about that. Can't go that way, so I'll go this way. Ah, fishmonger. Him, you there. Yes, you, Giuseppe. Do you mean me, good sir? No, I mean the other guy in a top hat. Oi, yeah, you. The flower vase is yours, right? I've been keeping it nice and safe for you. What? No, it's not. Why are you saying this is mine? I've never seen anyone just forget something like this while shopping. You're a vase space case, har har. Sorry, but you must be mistaken. I've never seen that vase before in my life. Ah, this fancy vase doesn't belong to you? So why'd that guy tell me to give this to you? What did this man look like? Well, my hat has a way of obscuring certain details from me. It's the worst, I tell ya. Har har. But back to the issue at hand. The mystery man wasn't a regular around here, that's for sure. Don't sweat it, though. I'll just give it back to the guy next time I see him. So, speaking of flower vases, I know a puzzle I bet you'll like. It's not a hard one or anything, but it's the least I can do for bothering you about the vase. You feel bad about bothering me about a vase, so now you're gonna bother me about a puzzle? Apparently a very easy puzzle, but still. Oh, what? Someone knocked over this fabulous vase and shattered it. Fit the pieces together and restore the vase to its original shape. There's one catch, though. Mixed in with the pieces is a single piece from a different vase. I see. Okay. Well. You're right. That wasn't a hard puzzle at all. I mean, it is the most literal puzzle of all puzzles that I've gone up against up to this very point.
Critical thinking is the key.
2032. I'll still be making videos by then. I hope. Good job. Repairing the vase wasn't much of a challenge, was it? Oh, if only fixing things in real life were that simple. Indeed. You've got a good head on your shoulders. I'm impressed. By the way, you sure don't want to take some fresh sausage home with you? God, no. Believe me, there are some links you don't want to be missing. Har har! No, thank you. We're just fine. Too bad. Not to bust your chops or anything, but that deal was a one-time offer. Maybe you'd have said yes if you knew what was at stake. I think we're done here, Luke. If I have to listen to this man talk for even a second longer, I will suplex him through that cart. I couldn't agree more, Professor. Oh, double suplex. All right. Oh, now what's this fresh madness? What is this crumpled up madness? What kind of lout just throws trash on the ground? I'm going to pick it up. Ah, it's radioactive bees! Oh, it's an old newspaper. Honestly, you'd think that everyone would know that trash goes on the Wait a second, you have to come take a look at this article. Well, would you look at that? It seems to be Inspector Chi-something. Ha ha ha, look at that. Chi-something hailed as a brilliant detective and devoted husband. That's not news. Chi-something hailed as brilliant detective and devoted husband. Hi, I have a wife. She doesn't mind my horrifying head. Chelmy celebrates each successful case with his favorite treat, his wife's sweet potato fritters. Ah, I want some fritters. Wow, who saw that one coming? He's so gruff that I never imagined anyone would ever even remotely have any kind of interest in him whatsoever. Romantic, platonic, you name it. I just didn't think it was possible. Just look at that old grump grinning over his plate of sweet potato fritters. I knew he was fussing over nothing when he said he hated sweets back in Reinhold Manor. Maybe his wife is dead, and now the thought of sweets makes him vomit. That's right, Luke, he did say that. How very curious. Well, or it's just another mystery entirely. Who the hell is this guy? I've never seen you before in my life. So, Archibald, is it true what I'm hearing about the two of you? Are you really running about town in search of the Reinhold fortune? That's correct, sir. Currently, we're in search of a close friend of Baron Reinhold's. We believe he has entrusted this friend with an important note. Gracious, that's quite a search you have on your hands. Now, excuse me, my name is Archibald. The Baron and I were great friends. Thick as thieves. We used to have the most amazing conversations late into the night. Do you think that perhaps I am the one you're searching for? Yes, I dare say I think so. What luck that after all this searching we should bump into you into a place like this. I have one question. Do you recall ever receiving a small note or written message from the Baron? No, I don't remember ever receiving anything of the sort from Gus. But he did give me a fine desk that once belonged to him. It's at home. Ah! Construction! Construction of a fine desk, it's at home. Maybe it holds some kind of clue. The Baron's desk, you say? Excellent! Would you like to come over to my house and take a look at it? Oh, why, yes, you are most gracious. If you'd be kind enough to allow us to look at it, we would be very grateful. I'm sure Gus wouldn't mind two fine puzzle lovers such as yourself looking over his desk. Actually, let me impart a pearl of wisdom on you while I got your attention. Focusing on your case is all well and good, but if you don't solve some puzzles, you'll be sorry later. Is that your way of saying that they'll pile up in the riddle house, or is that your way of saying people are going to arbitrarily say, you need to solve 80 puzzles before we let you through here? Either way, I'm taking care of it. So make an effort to find puzzles around town and just solve the ones you can. Take it from this old-timer. It's good to stop and smell the puzzles sometimes. You say that. Alright, I'll get off my high horse now. Let's head on over to my house. Follow me. This is Gus's old desk. Take all the time you need to examine it. Splendid. Luke, let's get right to it. Let's tear it in half. Oh god, don't be a puzzle. Okay, it's not. Good. But there is a hint coin hidden inside this, can. What lovely craftsmanship. That's the bottle, I guess. Let's see, all these books look very stupid. This letter appears to have been left unfinished, and so I'm not allowed to read it. Alright, fine, but what if I open it? Oh, there's nothing in here. Let's look somewhere else. I'm really glad we spent the time to do that whole cutscene. Totally necessary. Dun dun dun! It seems to be a note. It may point us in the direction of the golden apple. What do you make of this X? Well, do mark the spot. I'm afraid I just don't know at the moment. Ayo, ayo! Ayo, ayo, ayo! There you go. Sorry to interrupt you, but I just received a call from you from the innkeeper, Beatrice. It seems she's concerned about one of her lodgers, and she'd like your thoughts on the problem. Well, we'd best go help her. Thank you, Archibald. Now, off to the inn we go, Luke. Okay, alright. Well, that's a hamdinger of an episode you've got yourself right here and now, my peeps. So, in the next part, we shall continue forth. I usually like to start, end things off by starting a new chapter and whatnot, but we spent a lot of time doing a lot of puzzles that I would have otherwise missed and would have had to have done in the house, so I think it all evens out to roughly the same amount of time getting spent, Regardless, I hope you've been having a wonderful time. I will see you all very, very soon for even more puzzling nonsense. Till then.